Welcome to Week 6 of the Friday Night Frenzy alongside Andrew Pogar. I'm Rob. Dozen games on tap this evening. For our first stop, we head across the river for a clash between Hoosier Conference foes.
Two foes who put up a lot of points. Undefeated Central Catholic averaging nearly 50 points through 5 games. The Knights' opponent, Twin Lakes, currently 2-3 on the season, scoring 30 points per contest. Only one team putting up a lot of points this evening.
You say that again. Central Catholic receives to start the game. Kevin OShea talking things over with quarterback Avery Dinhart. But I doubt this is what they had in mind. Dinhart drops back to pass. Big number 65, Gabe Howe, drags him down for the loss. Knights digging themselves out of a 3rd and long. Dinhart finds Jordan Turpin open in the flat. Turpin doing the rest. Finally pushed out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. And on the very next play, they hand it off to Ben Metziger. He's in easily for the score. Purdue baseball commit terrorizing opponents on the high school football field. In the meantime, speaking of terrors, Dimitri George absolutely destroys Fabian De Leon. Ball's out, but the refs blew the whistle so quick, the play was already dead before he hit the ground.
I think he might be dead.
So the Indians keep the ball, but not for long. Another look. Not about that life. CC back on offense. Dinhart takes the snap, dumps it off to Jake Page, and Page has a lot of blockers in front. He uses them well. Down the sideline he goes, and he will not be caught. Knights take a 21-0 lead. They go on to win in shutout fashion, 48-0.
Alrighty, CC's opponent next Friday, West Lafayette, hosting Benton Central. Already up 7-0 late in the first. Mikey Kidwell doing Mikey Kidwell things. The senior hooking up with Caleb Green for the score. Westside doubles up its lead, 14-0. The Red Devils defense stifling the Bison. George Karloftis tossing Colton Tucker to the ground like a rag doll. Mercy now leading 22-0 midway through the second quarter. Kidwell connecting to Jonah Williams. So many weapons for Kidwell. Williams finding the end zone. RDP running away with this one. 29-0 the score. And there is the quarterback whisperer, head coach Shane Fry. Rob made me write that. Fry will like this. Kidwell to Luke Talukian. Talukian taking it 6 yards to pay dirt. Westside up by 100. I'm just kidding there. But just for good measure, ensuing BC possession. Tucker's pass is picked off by Luke Staten. Westside outgains Benton Central 493 to -2. 62-0, the final score.
That's a worse stat than the final score, I think. McCutcheon traveling down to Tech for an NCC matchup. Mavs will get the ball first and march right down the field. Second and forever, Peyton Williams hands off to Austin Bennett. He picks up 15 on the ground. On the very next play, it's Williams who hooks up with Gavin Dunbar for the touchdown. Wide open in the end zone. Mavs take a quick 7-0 lead. Mavs defense doing their part. Trent Dardine disrupting the Titans' pass play, eventually comes up with the sack. A little bit later, Cole Garriott makes another play behind the line of scrimmage. Textbook tackle there. A lot closer than expected in this one, but the Mavs do take it 17-14.
Harrison visiting 5A number 9 Muncie Central. Second quarter, it's the Bearcats. Trenton Hatfield scrambling, but Harrison's Jake Urban getting to Hatfield and coming up with the sack. Moments later, though, Hatfield having a lot more success with his legs. He bounces it to the outside all the way down to the Harrison 1-yard line. And that's when Xavier Cleaves punches it in for the score. But it's Harrison who comes from behind tonight. The Raiders win at 20-15.
I owe the Raiders an apology. I did not think they would get that one done. Congratulations to them. Far side of the state still, Jeff at Marion right out of the gate. Matt Wilkerson dishes it to Marcus Munoz, who picks up a nice 15-yard gain for Jeff. A few plays later, Wilkerson throws a bomb to his wideout, JT Williams. Now check out this catch. The concentration to make that circus catch. Great play. Marion would return the kickoff all the way down to the inside of the Broncos 10. 2 plays later, Thomas Stone finds Dante Henderson for the score. Marion once again with the ball, and they're going to turn it over. Lafayette Jeff recovers. Some miscommunication there between Stone and Jaqueline Thomas. Jeff comes up with the ball and marches it right down the field. Wilkerson, QB keeper, to put the Broncos back on top, 13-7, and they would hold on to take this one 28-20. That does it for the first half of the Frenzy. 5 game down, still 7 more to go. Coming up, we'll make stops at Carroll, Tri-County, Frankfort,
and Delphi. The Oracles looking to make it 3 straight wins. Tough test for Josh Strasser's squad. 4-1 North White standing in the way. We'll tell you who came out on top when the Frenzy continues after the break. Back in a moment.
You are back on the Frenzy. Our next stop, we're heading to Delphi.
We do indeed. The Oracle's off to their best 5-game start to a season since 2001, but Josh Strasser will tell you a 3-2 record far from satisfying. Delphi hosting North White, a Vikings team battling with Carroll for the top spot in the Hoosier Heartland West Division. At Tony Berto Field, Oracle's up 3-0 at the half. And then in the third quarter, Delphi's Weston Wendell dropping back and chucking one up to Blake Carroll. Carroll making a diving grab to start the momentum for Delphi. After a few good run plays to put the Oracles in the red zone, Wendell finding Dylan Hart, who shakes off a few Vikings. Hart giving North White a hard attack as he walks it in to make it 10-7 Oracles. North White ball now. Jake Quasabarth with the nice fake handoff. He bounces his way to a first down. One of the longer plays for the Vikes in the third quarter. If it works once, why not try it again? Quasabarth dials his own number again, this time for a marginal gain. The Oracle defense holding tough into the third. The Vikings still trying to get on the scoreboard. Quasabarth rolling out and hitting Gatlin Phelps, and Phelps swimming the length of the, runs for a first down. Delphi with the ball back. Wendell getting some excellent blocking for a first down run, and then some extracurricular shoving by the Vikings. After penalties make it third down and 31 for the Oracles, Wendell scrambles and lofts it up to Carroll, who again comes down with it and drags the defender into the end zone for another touchdown. That would be the story as Delphi wins it in front of a packed homecoming crowd, 24-14.
South we go to Florida, where the Carroll Cougars hosting the Frontier Falcons. Frontier ball already down 2 scores. QB Colt McCracken goes back to throw, but he loses the ball. And Carroll's Gannon Gwynn gets the scoop and score, making it 21-0. Next possession for Carroll, number 6, Trey Filbrin runs it in for 6 as the Cougars extend their lead. Falcon football now. And the handoff goes to 5'1" Colin Reagan. Scampers his way for a nifty run. Next play, McCracken gets things. McCracken, that's our guy Paul. He loves that phrase. Anything Cole McCracken, he's getting it cracking. Nice first down run of his own. Frontier moving the ball. Some momentum now. Drops back again. Picked off, though, by Devin Anderson, who runs it back. Setting up would be another Cougar touchdown. Carroll cruises past Frontier, 55-7.
All right, up in Cavalier Country, Tri-County taking on Clinton Prairie. Clinton Prairie striking first. Sam Schoonfeld getting the handoff and a clear path to an easy touchdown. But the Gophers missed the PAT. The Cavs striking back. It looks like the D-line closes in, but Dalton Dustis finding room to toss a 30-yard TD. The Gophers aren't burying their heads just yet. Cade Selke, and this is called Silky Smooth, book him for 6. And then just before the end of the half, quarterback Colin Stroop with the keeper. The Cavs fought hard, but fall at home, 59-33 the final.
In Clinton County, the Clinton Central Bulldogs hosting the Eastern Fighting Comets. QB Keenan Orr with a handoff to Joe Douglas, finds the edge, turns on the afterburners. And it looks like he's going to make the whole way, but he's eventually dragged down, looks to be inside the 5-yard line. Or now the gift of the back, Eli Archibald, who jams it up the middle, somehow extends his body to break the plane for the TD, extending the lead to 49-0. Bulldogs back on offense. Orr with a gift to the big back, Reed Kripe, who just plows through a defender and keeps on trucking. He's taken down inside the red zone, and Kripe's going to get his number called once again. He will just sail into the end zone, sealing the Bulldogs' victory, 68-28. Looks like Mike Allstott.
I was just about to say that. Staying in Clinton County, the Frankfort Hot Dogs hosting the Western Boone Stars. Quarterback Jack Gillum to Zach Belcher, who's brought down behind the line by the Hot Dogs defense. A few plays later, Gillum hands it off to Garrett Miller, who just barrels his way into the end zone. Hot Dogs' Matt Snell taking a long pass to Carter Taylor, who reels in the catch. And Snell with the give to Taylor, who's making some big progress. And oh no, the ball is stripped and it's Western Boone's ball. The Stars go on to defeat the Hot Dogs 31-8.
All right, in Jasper County, we have some seriously rowdy Bomber fans, and for good reason. Braden Wright going to punch a short one in. He keeps his altitude low and rolls in for the easy score. Now Jalen Gilbert has to roll out wide, and he's going to look down the field, high to right. Once again, our photog. Oh, yeah, I thought he was going to get hit, but it looks like he's still on his feet. Ryan Webb trying to close the gap. He'll get an opening and get a decent march up the field, but will get dragged down right about the 15-yard line. Just before the half, Austin Becker going to get the handoff in the red zone, punches in yet another score. Rensselaer showing its dominance tonight. They win 48-6.
Attica going head-to-head with North Vermilion in a Wabash River Conference game. Third quarter action, Attica quarterback Logan Harmison on the keeper. Harmison shaking a couple would-be tacklers for the score. Red Ramblers lead 21-20. Attica's defense stepping up and helping maintain that one-point advantage with the key sack. So move to the fourth quarter. Chase Crowder hitting this 29-yard field goal for North Vermilion, and that turns out to be the game winner. North Vermilion downs Attica 23-21.
Not a lot of game-winning field goals in high school football. Well, that does it for Week 6 of the Frenzy. Coming up, Central Catholic head coach Kevin OShea will join us in the Coach's Corner.
Not many negative plays for the Knights. A botched snap on 4th and short. Coach not very pleased, as you'll see coming up. We'll break down that sequence and the game next in the Coach's Corner.
Number 32, Jeremy Pugh.
Welcome back to the Frenzy. Joining us tonight, Central Catholic head coach Kevin OShea.
Coach, thanks for being here. Twin Lakes, you said you were nervous about how that game was going to go, or maybe that wasn't the exact wording, but you were concerned about Twin Lakes. Why?
Athletically, they're very good. With the Bennington twins, one at quarterback and one playing halfback and running back, they can be an explosive team. Conversely, though, I was very proud of our defense. I thought defensively we played our assignments well. We really did a nice job of containing the quarterback and making sure he didn't have too much time to throw.
It seems like every year you guys are starting off 6-0 as you are right now. But what's impressed you the most about this season and the start you've had?
Well, we've gotten a little bit better each week. That's something we've preached to the kids. We have 5 brand new offensive linemen. We got 7 kids in new positions defensively. So what we were trying to do is just make sure that we were getting little bits of improvement each and every week, that we weren't regressing. And so far, we've done a pretty good job of that.
No disrespect to Twin Lakes or some of these other teams that you beat by multiple touchdowns, but how do you determine how good you are when you play these teams where it is a lopsided score in the end?
You really don't. The only thing you can be is concerned with yourself and just make sure that you're getting better. And, we played Guerin Catholic, who's ranked in 3A, and we were able to play pretty well against them. And, we played a good Tipton team. So, we've got a little bit of a gauge, but I think we'll get a little better barometric pressure type reading next week.
Yeah.
We know about Avery Denhart. We know about Ben Metzinger. We know about Ben Tharp. We know about Dimitri George. Is there someone else on this team that we should take notice?
Right now, I think our 2 inside backers, they replaced an all-state kid and a kid that's starting in the Big Ten right now. And, Dawson Skis and Adam Dienhart have come in. They're not real big, 185 and, maybe 170 soaking wet. But those 2 kids have gotten better each and every week and are really starting to take over the defense and control what's going on.
Like he said, he mentioned Dimitri. You look at a lot of your players, and they're about the same size type players as the opponents you're facing. How do they play with so much more physicality? What is the mentality that these guys have that's maybe different from some of their similar sized opponents?
If I had that answer, I'd have bottled it up.
Right?
But these kids, they play hard. They're taught at home that you're going to do your best each and every day, whether it's in the classroom or out on the field. And these kids do a great job in getting themselves prepared. And when they go into a ball game, they know exactly what their assignments are, and they play at 100%.
Well, we would like to have talked about West Lafayette. Obviously, huge game next week, but that way you don't have to give anything away. You can keep all your secrets, but best of luck against them. Huge game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Make sure to check out our website, WLFI.com, and click on the Sports tab for all highlights from tonight's games.
Have a great night. We'll see you next week.